Shalom. Welcome back. First and foremost, I want to give all glory, praises, and honors to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to you, Akim, that's pushing this word in sincerity and in truth. Back with another lesson. And I just want to touch on the video I came across from the Brother of War, which is on the screen, which used to be the ex-leader of GMS Mississippi. His page is Spiritual Life Lesson. And I just want to touch on really not this video, but this video right here, Don't Be a Hypocrite. All right. Now, something happened between him and the Mississippi camp, and whatever happened, they parted ways. Cool. But some of the statements that he makes in this video, really caught my ear. All right. And this is not to bash this brother on the screen, because he's been a part of this truth for a very long time. He one of the original people I seen associated with Great Millstone when I came in. All right, this guy on the screen, a guy named Batak, the ex-leader in Dallas Element. They used to all get on the phone and have like a phone. I think I forget the name of it, like almost like a party line or a conference room where brothers from all across the country would call in, and we would get edification from these individuals. All right. So this is not anything that's geared in hate for what the brothers, for the brother personally. But when somebody tends to fall out of a camp or a group, it becomes, well, all the groups are bad, all the groups are wrong. Now that I'm out of that camp, now I got the truth. That's the type of spirit that is coming across, quite frankly, in this video. All right, and we've seen this thing before. I seen it with Batak. I seen it with the other guy here in Chicago, Nazariah. So it's nothing new to me. All right, but to see this brother, which was held in high esteem, right, make certain statements, it's kind of head scratching. All right, it's kind of head scratching, because he goes to the thing about there is no order, or the Lord didn't set up order or rank right now, which is completely, if you read the scriptures and how the Lord does things, he does everything in an order. All right, he has man in a certain order. This man is over that man. This man is over that man. All right. That's why you got titles of bishops and elders and this and that. There would be no titles or need of any of that if everybody was on just one equal playing field, so you can understand. All right. But anyway, I'm gonna jump into it, grab a couple scriptures, and that's gonna be it.
On the scribes, Pharisees, Sadducees. That's all the groups. All these groups that you see, and they're also spread across the four corners of the earth, brothers.
So now all the groups is scribes and Pharisees, and he gotta include GMS in that, because it's got scribes and Pharisees. If you really haven't read the scriptures, has a negative connotation when you say that. So now that he's outside of it, he's somehow different. But the doctrine and the truth and the Hebrew, right, and the understanding, first and foremost, he got from the elders, apostles of Great Millstone. All right. And this guy on the screen is the guy going back through the history, taught Captain Tazariak of the ISUPK. All right. So, but anyway, I'll let the video continue.
Speaking different languages, brothers we don't know, we haven't seen. They standing up for the Lord wherever that they at, spread it across the earth, man.
So basically, their job is done. You know what I'm saying? They have, spread the knowledge of Yahweh Shem Shai. Any breakdown that you want to know of these scriptures, you can go on YouTube and find them. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is now the wisdom is beginning to separate. You know what I'm saying? The men from the boys. And,
Exactly.
And that's what you're coming into now. You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying?
That part.
So basically, his guy that's with him is saying that now it's a separation from the men and the boys. All right. So what they're getting at is since they no longer within GMS, all right, they got it, and all the other camps and the groups are scribes and Pharisees, so to speak. They don't got it. It's a separation coming. It's what he's saying. All right, and really through the Spirit, man, with all the prophecies and all the things that's going on, man, salvation should be key. Salvation should be key right now. All right, and this is 1 Corinthians 10:23. All things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient. All things are lawful for me, but all things edify not. And everything should be about edification, not about basically trying to tarnish the name of the camp I used to be in, man. All right, it's not about that. It shouldn't be about that. All right, but let's keep going.
That part.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Give me Sirach 1:24, Baba Kashar.
Okay, I'll start with 23.
Go ahead.
Sirach 1:23. A patient man will bear for a time, and afterwards joy shall spring up unto him. He will hide his words for a time, and the lips of many shall declare his wisdom.
You're right, man. That's the elect. You know what I'm saying? Because only the elect is going to declare his wisdom. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? And I'm going to say this too. You brothers who have elect, especially if you've been around for a while, you know, and I can't just say brothers who have elect, but I mean, that's who this message is really for. All right. You barren for a time. You see a whole lot of bullshit and things that be going on don't make sense to you.
And here it go, man. People nitpick and find a problem with everything, man. And they find even more of a problem once they're excommunicated from the group. You see? Now, even from the beginning, I never had the notion that these men, that the Lord, these vessels that Yahweh Shem Shai are using to preach His word and have set up to preach His word are perfect. I never had that notion in my mind that they wouldn't make mistakes, that they may come up short in certain instances, or sometimes may say the wrong thing. All right? But on the flip side, I never said because of this, these men can't be men of the Lord. These men can't be set up. These men can't be elders and priests and bishops and so on and so forth. That never crossed my mind. All right? So he's finna get into, well, he saw a whole bunch of bullshit. He saw a whole bunch of this and that. And GMS, is one of the most, truthful camps, the truthful camp out there. Because we say it all the time. Apostle Rakah said it a lot. There's a lot of niggas in GMS, and he'll say it and point it out. Right? So no, it's, this is not a, among anything, you're gonna have some guys is not right, right? But to then come back and basically say your former camp was basically a part of the scribes and Pharisees, man, it's just it's ridiculous. But anyway, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Why did this order come out? Why was this going on? Why are these guys saying this?
Begin to be curious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your mind. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But that's the Spirit of the Lord making you ask these questions.
Right.
That ain't adding up. When I read the scriptures, that didn't make sense. Or when they was teaching this, that go against the same thing that they said.
Right.
But they can do it, but we can't do it. And that's what you start seeing you start seeing the hypocritical things that the Lord was bringing out in the apostle.
So it seems like he always had a problem, man. All right, he always had a problem, and he should have been spoke up or been went his own way. All right, but let's keep going. This is Philippians 2:3. It says, "Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory, but in lowliness of mind, let each esteem other better than themselves." Right. So to basically sit here and tear down the leadership and the people you learn from is a bad look, man. All right. It seems like you're bitter. It seems like you're mad. Coming off in that type of spirit. Because if you always felt this way, hey, you should have been a left the ranks of GMS. And sometimes something might come down an order and you might not understand it right away, but you being a spiritual man, and I'm gonna speak for myself, sit back and okay, let's see what comes of it. And then later on, oh, I see why that apostle, I see why that elder said that. Now I see. Sometimes the Lord puts you through an experience so you can see why this man is pushing that kind of order or this or that within the church. All right. Let's keep going.
We're bringing out in the New Testament all the time.
Right.
You know.
I mean things. To give you an example. One thing that I hear a lot is when they said that many men is coming against the order that the Lord has established. You know what I'm saying? What order the Lord has established? This is not the kingdom yet. You know what I'm saying? This is not the kingdom yet.
The Lord has always established order, man. All right. He has always established order. Do we know the exact order of what it's going to be once we're in the kingdom? No. But here on earth, the preachers, the prophets, the people he sent to teach the masses, to lead the churches, to be in certain positions, to have certain obligations, those individuals were set up. All right. And that's a rank within itself. Everything has a rank within itself. Everything has a system and an order within itself. It's not a free for all. You don't have a guy that's sitting on the corner listening, all right, for 2 weeks. Now he's in the camp with a garment and he's the head of the camp. That's nonsense. That's off. Let's go to the book of Acts, chapter 15, verse 4. It says, "And when they were come to Jerusalem, they were received of the church and of the apostles and the elders, and they declared all things that God had done with them. But there rose up certain of the sect of the Pharisees which believed, saying that it was needful to circumcise them and to command them to keep the law of Moses. And the apostles and elders came together for to consider of this matter." Right, the apostles and the elders came to make a decision. Just like today in these different churches, these different camps, right? You have higher ranking men come together through the Spirit to hand down an order. All right? And that's simply biblical. We're not pulling this out of our ass. And he knows that. Well, he should know that. All right? Let's keep going.
Still living in Esau rulership. So what established the Lord has set up? No.
And the example I just read was in the Roman Empire. So what the hell does that mean? Were they supposed to go and go to them to establish a matter because they were underneath a different system? Hey, that don't make any sense. They don't make no sense, that comment that brother just made. Because it is about order, right? And everybody act like they don't want to follow nobody, but the scriptures is about order. This is 1 Corinthians, right? 11:1. This is Paul speaking. Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Yahushai. So when we saw the elders and apostles go out, and because the first camp I seen was Man Up Jacob, now GMS Dallas, and they say they got it from the elders at that time in New York, and that led me from them to the elders in New York, and they were just following in the steps of the elders in New York. All right, that's order right there. You see, that's rank right there. That's all that is simply is. You know. So to make these statements because we're still in Esau's kingdom, we're not in the actual kingdom now. That there's no order and rank among the churches of the believers is simply nonsense.
And that we must follow. The When Yahushua came, he set up man to go out and teach his word. You know what I'm saying? He didn't set up nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Because the kingdom is coming. Then that's going to be established. What? Please prove to me, you know what I'm saying, what order that the Lord has set up in Esau kingdom. You know what I'm
The
saying?
elect is the only order that
Right.
you read about in the scriptures.
And there's order amongst the elect. There's order amongst the elect. Anyway, let's keep going. This is Isaiah 30:20. It says, "And though the Lord give you bread of adversity, water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner, and more, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers, and thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, This is the way, walk ye in it. Turn ye, when ye turn to the right hand, and when ye turn to the left." So that's an order. That's a rank. That teacher is over me. All right, he's a spiritual advisor over me. All right, just like you had the examples of the prophets and leaders and elders within the scriptures. This is simple. This is not even anything even really that deep to be actually truthful. And let me end this off, man. This is Romans 10 and 14. It says, "How then shall they call on him whom they have not believed, and how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard? And how shall they hear without a preacher? And how shall they preach except they be sent? As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace and bring good tidings of good things." And really, this is what this should be about: is pushing, right, the salvation through the belief of Yahweh Shai, man. First and foremost, not this talk about there is no order, right? All the camps are now scribes and Pharisees, so they're all off. But basically, you want people to listen to you and say you guys on the screen are right, right? That's the same a spirit that Nazariah had on him at that at the time. I think he's completely out of there now, right? But hey, that's pretty much the point, man. That's pretty much the point. And these people on the screen, especially a war, should know better. All right, he should know better. There is order. All right. They even got a scripture speaking about different positions within the church. Let me go to that real quick. This is 1 Timothy 3:1. "This is a true saying, if a man desire the office of a bishop, he desireth a good work." Right? A bishop then must be blameless, the husband of one wife, vigilant, sober, of good behavior, given to hospitality, apt to teach. Right? So you have these different positions within the church, man. You have these different positions. You had them among the different examples throughout the scriptures, Old and New Testament. You see? So to say there ain't no order, to say there ain't no, no order amongst the elect is simply ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. But anyway, this is long enough. I want to give all glory, praise, and honors to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, and Shalom the next time.